Welcome to our video answering the question, how much does it cost to publish a book on Amazon Part 2? We originally hoped that this would be a single video, but we ended up blabbering on with a lot of stuff, so we've cut it into two parts. This is the second one, so hopefully you've watched Part 1 already, because we're just going right into it, to the second half of the original recording here. In this video, we'll be continuing that discussion on things you might want to pay for as you publish your book, and in a moment, we'll reveal the best way to save money on all of those things.
And before we continue, we want to just state up front, because we forgot to say it in the previous part of the video,
Yes.
which is where it really probably should have fit. Amazon does not charge you anything whatsoever to publish a book through them. Okay, there are costs involved, which we described in the previous video, and we're talking about here, that you're going to want to consider before you're ready to publish. But to just upload your stuff to Amazon and fill out the forms and have a page and all that on Amazon, zero. It costs you zero. Okay.
Yeah. Enjoy the video.
The next one is ads. Now, there's lots of ways to run ads. You can run them or not run them. It's totally up to you. But it is, if you don't know what you're doing, or if you don't pay someone who knows what they're doing to do it for you, it's sort of a crapshoot, okay? So you can run ads on Amazon. You can run ads on various social media platforms. You can run ads on Facebook, on Instagram, and many others. You can run giveaway campaigns on like Goodreads. Like there's lots of places that you can be running ads. And then there's also a thing called book promotion sites. And book promotion sites are if you're doing a book launch, or if you are discounting your book, trying to get more sales to happen, right? Normally, say it sells for, say, $17.95 or $17.97 or whatever the price is that you have. And suddenly you drop the price on the ebook in particular to 99 cents, right? You drop the price to 99 cents and then you announce to the world through these book promotion sites that your book is on sale. It can really cause a lot of sales. No, you're not going to make nearly as much money, but the more books you sell in a short period of time, the more Amazon begins to notice, and then they start promoting your book. They even send out messages to their list. They start showing it to other people, like they become your marketing machine. So you do want, this influx of new sales.
Yeah.
And doing a discounted campaign really helps with that.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you're doing well on Amazon, they want to help you and you're going to do way better. If you're not doing very well, they're not going to help you at all.
They sort of ignore you. Yeah, exactly.
So if you can get the momentum, they will begin pushing you.
Right. So with Amazon and social media, how much you spend on ads is sort of up to you. You pick a price, you say, I'll spend up to this amount. So they'll run ads until that amount of money is gone, and then they'll stop running the ad. Okay, that's how it works on those. With promo sites, these book promotion sites, they have a fixed fee, right? Some of them are literally free. It's free to list. Now, you don't know that they're going to actually send out to their mailing list, but what the thing is, what they've done, they've curated a huge mailing list of readers that like specific genres. Okay, so that's why these book promotion sites are so valuable, because they're going to send out to their list of only cozy mystery readers or only thriller readers. You can guarantee that all the people that are going to see that promotion in this little email that they send out, they're all the right kind of readers for what it is you're offering. And that's huge because it's hard to find those people, right?
Yeah, and they've already done that for you. And all you have to do is, here's some cash, and then they put you right in front of them.
Right. So the range for promo sites is $0 to about $1,000. And that is on like the most expensive, but also most effective of these platforms, of these promo sites. And it depends on the genre.
Yes.
Right. So what genre you're in on some of these sites, it costs more or it costs less. And until you get in there and start digging around, you won't even find any of that out. Next, we have a launch campaign manager. Okay, so to launch a book, this is typically like a really big push, especially if you want to become a bestseller on Amazon. It takes concerted effort. And it takes planning. It takes getting other people involved. It requires ads. It requires a lot of emails that go out at the same time. It requires, like, you know, it is basically a giant project that gets managed. You can learn how to do that yourself. And if you're pretty logical and you're good at managing a lot of details, you can learn how to do this yourself.
Yeah, if you can systematize things and keep track of all the stuff that you need to do, then you can totally do this yourself.
You can do this yourself. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of energy. There is copywriting involved because you have to write emails. You have to create ads. You know, you have to create graphics for the social media posting that's going to happen everywhere.
And just to clarify, for those who don't know what copywriting means, it's persuasive, salesy, markety writing, basically.
Right.
It's a way of writing to convince a person to say yes to whatever you're offering.
That's right. So to create a sales page, it's called copywriting. Okay. So when a person, so it's not the copyright of you copyright your book.
Yes.
It's like the writing of the copy on the page. Okay.
Gotta love English, right?
Yeah, no kidding. All right. So like I've done most of mine, and we've done them for other authors, but one of the, I did a book collaboration one time. And so I reached out to a launch campaign manager because I was like, you know, here's this group of people. We're all coming together to write a chapter in a book. So I've got all these other people that we could together pay for the service if we want to. So I told them about the book. I filled out their form, whatever that was. And I asked for them to give me a quote. They quoted me $3,000 to guarantee a bestseller, you know, campaign on Amazon. And we were like, yeah, no. So
yeah, if you have the money to burn for that, then go ahead.
Go for it.
It'll save you a headache.
It will. It's a lot of time and energy and stress, but you know, we did it ourselves and we hit the bestseller list, and like, you know, I know how to do that, and that's part of what we're training. But there are people that is their job. They manage these things and they're brilliant at it. You know, so if you're in a hurry or you don't want to deal with any of this, just give them the money, you know. Merchandise, okay? You can make bookmarks. You can make t-shirts. You can, like, there's a million things. I know a woman who made these t-shirts. Her company logo was like this. It had this streak of neon pink. Okay, so she streaked neon pink in her hair, and she had this neon pink t-shirt. And whatever these big letters were on the back of her shirt, she would go to these massive conventions in her genre around business. She was a business person and she used to do this. People turned heads. It caught their attention. The second you think of that woman, you would think of this pink. You would think of this pink thing. And it was a way to remember who she is and what she does. It really worked for her. So you can do, you know, people get t-shirts, people get, all kinds of little things. I used to have a bag. I had a canvas bag, and on the side of it was, you know, printed on it a cover of like a book cover with like the title in really big letters. So everywhere you go, people see that. And some people come up to you and ask what that's about. You know, you can slap things on the side of your car as you drive around, you know, these magnets, they're really not that expensive. You know, you can do all that. Now, does it sell a lot of books? That's questionable, right?
It probably depends on if it was made well and how much you push it and where you push it and all that.
And how related it is to the book.
Yeah.
You know, so that one's kind of iffy. A launch party. A lot of people, you know, if you spent all this time writing, if you spent all this time doing other stuff, and you are wanting to launch a book, and so you want to throw a party. You want to give yourself a celebration for all the work, and here it is, and now it's in your hand, and it's so exciting. You know, some people cry when their box arrives, you know. Right. It's a really big deal. But, you know, you throw a little party with your friends, or you can have it at a bookstore, you can have it at somewhere else that's appropriate, and, you know, you'll sell a few books there, but it's not going to sell a lot of books typically.
Yeah.
It doesn't sell a lot of books, but it can be fun, but it also costs something, you know, because usually you get prizes, and you know, whatever you have to do. You might have to hire out the venue. You know, you might have to rent the room, whatever you're going to do. And then a book tour. And this one, you know, it was much more popular a while ago.
Yeah, yeah. Especially back when traditional publishing was the big thing to do, that they would just send you on a book tour.
Right. And you would go to all the major cities, and you would speak at bookstores. You know, I have a girlfriend who her job was special events at the biggest Barnes and Noble. I think it was Barnes and Noble, one of the giant bookstores downtown Philadelphia. And she was in charge of all of these book tour, like really big name authors. When they came in, she managed the whole event, and it was, you know, she worked for the store. So, you know, that was a big thing. And it is still done to some extent. Like I did this really great book tour, but mostly we did it for fun, right? I mentioned that book collaboration. There were people that participated in that book tour and, you know, in that book collaboration. And so one of the other authors and I started in Florida, and we traveled all across the country together by car. We stayed with family and friends all along the way. So we never had a hotel bill. And we threw little events, you know, so it was our friends in those locations that put together the events. So it was mostly fun. We got to meet each other. We got to, you know, spend some time. It was mostly fun.
But it was tax deductible.
The whole trip was tax deductible.
Every time they went to a place, okay, this part of the trip, tax deductible. The entire thing, tax deductible.
So, and that's really powerful, and it was really fun, and I had the time off. And, you know, we spent quite a long time doing this, and we had just an absolute blast. So, you know, that can be done. And if it's around tax reasons, if you're going to do it for tax reasons, then just, you know, talk to a tax professional first.
Make sure.
Find out what you can deduct, what you can't, how often you need to do a book event to make it still qualify. Like there's rules, you know, and so make sure you follow them.
Definitely be careful before you try to make a vacation tax deductible.
Right. We are not the professionals. We are not going to take responsibility for what you do.
Do not follow our financial advice. We're not financial advisors.
No.
And most importantly, we're not your financial advisors.
Exactly. So know what you're doing, but know that it is possible.
Exactly.
Right. And you can talk to your accountant, your tax person involved with that. Okay. So, as promised, in the beginning, we talked about, we were going to tell you how to save the most money as you're looking at all these costs. And the answer is actually really simple. And that is shop around, right? Shop around. Do not sign up for the first coach that you find, or the first training program that you see, or the first cover designer that you come across, or the only the best editor that's got this copywriting done on their website.
Yeah, or you saw a cool ad on Twitter, and so you clicked on it, and now you're at the copywriter or at the editor. Don't buy their thing.
No, like just put on the brakes and go, okay, what do I need from this service? And then shop around and really pay attention to the reviews. You know, like you can type in the word, like look in Google and type that company and write scam or write review afterwards, you know, in a Google search or what other search engine you're using.
Whatever search engine you prefer.
Whatever search engine you're using, you can type those things in, and then you will save yourself a lot of money and you'll get a better quality thing.
Exactly.
And so here's the thing. Well, you have to realize anytime you're online, professionals are writing ads. Professionals are writing sales pages. Professionals are getting on the phone with you and trying to convince you to buy their service. And you have to go, okay, this is a sales pitch. This is a sales pitch. This is a sales pitch.
They want my money. This is why they're here. This is what this is for. They want my money.
Right.
Are they providing? It's okay that they want your money.
Right. They're in business. That's totally legit.
So a lot of the people that really are aggressive about taking your money really do want to help you, and they're going to provide the thing that you need. But you need to make sure that they can actually do that before you give them your credit card.
Yeah, before you say yes, before you commit, before you sign a contract. So with any of these people, shop around, get referrals, talk to, a really great thing to do, go to Facebook and go to some writers forums, go to some author forums and ask around. If who is anybody worked with, and fill in the name, see what people say, right? Talk to real people and find out their real information, because you can waste so much money if you get in doing it, and you can pay for a service and you don't know if you're even getting a good cover. You don't know if you got good editing, so it's really important to shop around, and that can save you Literally thousands of dollars.
Yep. If you put a little bit more time into it, you can save yourself a lot of money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, if you liked the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you have any questions, leave a comment and we'll get back to you. And go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can be notified of when we upload our next video. And if you like push notifications, go ahead and hit the bell icon. In the next video, we're going to talk about the 7 big tips on how to self-publish a book on Amazon.
Until next time.